Halito, author Sarah Elizabeth Sawyer here, and I recently created a course called Fiction Writing American Indians. Whenever I was putting that course out in several writing groups on Facebook, I was asking for questions that authors have on things that they've wanted to ask about writing First American characters in their stories and maybe just weren't comfortable or weren't sure who to ask those questions. And I got so many great responses. I'm going to begin answering some of those through video. One of those questions was this one from an author. How do modern day Native characters relate to their heritage? Are there festivals, observances, etc. that would be attended or certain traditions that would be kept? I thought this was a really great question on how Native people today relate to their heritage. I know they said Native characters, so if you have modern day Native characters, how would they connect with their heritage in today's world? I do cover this in my course. I have a whole lesson on attending Native events like powwows because I do encourage authors to attend those events, whether you're writing contemporary or historical or fantasy, pretty much any genre that has or is inspired by First American characters. One of the ones I wanted to talk about for me personally is the Choctaw Trail of Tears commemorative walk. I've done this walk since I was a little girl, but the first time I did it as an adult really changed me. It impacted me deeply as an author and really the trajectory of my career as a writer, as a full-time writer now. That experience resulted in the first Choctaw story that I wrote. And what happened was we were walking the trail and we had recently discovered some family legends about our ancestors and what they experienced crossing the trail. So literally every step that I was taking, I was reflecting on their journey. I was thinking about how I was stepping out in the beautiful May sunshine and they were barefoot and didn't have the supplies and resources to protect them against the cold during the removal in like January. I was thinking about as I crossed the bridge, how easy it was to just walk across it in my new tennis shoes and thinking how they faced a flooded river and had to swim across and nearly drowned with a mother and her little children. And as I was walking up close to the front and looking up and seeing the American flag and the Choctaw flag very proudly carried by our Choctaw color guard and thinking about our nation, the Choctaw Nation, our people, and how we have endured and how we are first Americans of this land. And just being able to do that walk and experience that and thinking about my ancestors is something that I continue to do on the Trail of Tears commemorative walk. We still go to it each year, and sometimes I walk with other people or listen to family stories as we're going along, but I'm always thinking about my ancestors and how they walked that trail for our future today and the Choctaw people and the Choctaw Nation that we have today and who we are as Choctaw people. That's one way that I connect with and relate to my Choctaw heritage. Every tribe is different, something that I say over and over. There were over 500 ethnically distinct nations in North America prior to European contact. And so each one has their own experiences, their own history, and then today, what they have of their heritage. And that's where the research comes in, that it's so important to know that Native America as a whole is a group, you could say. So we have things like powwows where you see that blend of Native American culture. But if you're going to portray a character of a certain tribe in your story, you want to make sure that you dig deep and get that research done. Again, powwows and Native events, a lot of them are open to anyone who want to come and learn more about Native history and culture. There are protocols to follow that I cover in the course. I just encourage you to attend when you can and get that experience of Native America. I hope this answers that question. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment and I just might be able to get to it in a video sometime. Jabisa Lachki, see you again soon.